Hey everybody, DGoodin24 here. Welcome back to the channel. And today we are going to be talking about iRacing's new console game that is set to launch in 2025. Head of iRacing Tony Gardner just did an interview with Insider Gaming. I will put the link in the description if you'd like to go check out the website or the full YouTube video with the full interview. So there's a lot of interesting nuggets in here, and the big one is not as bad as everyone seems to think it is. So iRacing's next game, or well, NASCAR's next game, helped being built with iRacing, is going to be on Unreal Engine, which is awesome news. No more Unity Engine. One, because Unity, I don't know if you saw what they did the last, was it 4 or 5 months, going to charge basically the companies that use them per download and stuff. It's a bunch of crap. It's literally very anti-consumer and I guess, business using their platform. Unity sucks, and Unity should be dead after all of that stuff. So I'm not going to get into that, but it's going to be built in Unreal Engine, which is fantastic. Yes, that's what NASCAR Ignition was built on. Just because NASCAR Ignition was built on that does not mean that it's going to be anywhere close to the same game. It's just using a much better engine that's going to look better, run better, as long as the people working on it know what they're doing. And that's one of the big deals with this interview. So it looks like from the interview, Monster Games will be making this game, and I saw a lot of people groan and be upset that that's the case. But I don't agree with that. I honestly have no issue with Monster Games leading this development. You shouldn't be scared of them making this game. Monster Games has shown they are very competent. Yes, I know they did Heat Evolution through Heat 4. And those games, for what they were, weren't bad. Yes, I know Evolution, everyone says, is horrible, blah, 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 blah. But they actually got near the end of the Heat series. That game was going in the right direction. And the thing that gets me excited is they were making those games on a budget. They did not have a huge amount of funds or support. It was just them doing their best. And for what they had, they did a good job, especially in the Unity engine. They are a very competent studio. NASCAR, Heat, and Dirt to Daytona, for their time, were really good games. Yes, I know that if you go back and play them, they're not as good, but for their time, they were fantastic. And Dirt to Daytona is still probably top 3 NASCAR game ever made for the console, so they probably have a good idea of what they're doing. Yes, I know that there's probably a lot of turnover. Not the same people are working on it that worked on it back then, but I think that they'll be fine. The World of Outlaw game was absolutely just great. Yes, I know it kind of lacked the track evolution that we all wanted, and they added in like the dirt on the visor and stuff in a later update, but that game was very good. It was very competent, and that was still on the Unity engine. They're going to have all of iRacing's stuff. They've increased their employees in-house from 20 to 35, and they're going to iRacing is loaning them people to work on this. They're not going to put out a crap game with iRacing over their head. That's not going to happen. They have all the tracks. They have all the car models. They just got to get it into Unreal Engine and get it to work. It'll be fine. As long as they can get that in there with no real issues, it'll be good. It really does depend on what like racing engine they use. If they use the same one that Monster Games used, or Monster Games, if Motorsport Game used, yes, that's a problem, but I don't think that's the case, because the whole problem with that was the AI. I'm sure it will be fine. Their focus is good driving, which is very important, obviously. The AI is going to be probably the most important thing in this game, because they're putting a focus on career mode. Tony Gardner said, what did he say? They're using our car models, our track models, a lot of our tech, and we've done a lot of integration on the back end. Oh, that's not the career mode part. But he said that they want to focus on the driving and iRacing as a brand. So there's going to be a lot of focus on the good driving, and the career mode is really important with the console game. Obviously, a lot of effort in that. I don't want to give away too much about the game. So they're putting a focus on career mode and a focus on the driving model, which if it's anything like iRacing, then it'll be fine. Yes, I know iRacing is mainly on a wheel, so you're probably going to be fine with that. But a lot of people play iRacing with a controller, and I'm sure there's going to be lots of options for you to use a controller and it'd be fine. I have complete faith in this company to do this. iRacing, I know, has its problems. I've not been quiet about those on Twitter, but I think there's no better place to make a NASCAR console game. Like it will be fine. I'm not here for this. Oh my god, it's gonna be another NASCAR Heat game. That's not the case. iRacing is probably gonna make sure that it is built off the iRacing brand, and it will be fine. There's nothing to worry about. So iRacing's console game coming out next year, hopefully earlier in 2025 than later, but I want them to take all the time that they need to get this right. I don't want people to see like the first screenshots and stuff of this game and to see it looks like iRacing to be disappointed, because that's kind of what it's going to be. I'm not saying it's going to be iRacing on console. I'm sure Monster is going to put their own flair into this, and with iRacing's help, I want it to look modern and cool and sleek. But I don't want people to see the first footage and stuff and be disappointed. It's going to probably look like iRacing. I know that NASCAR Ignition looked really good, but it didn't play good. And if iRacing can get their driving model in pretty well, then we'll be fine. It'll be fine. As long as we don't get another motorsport games type game. I know I got my hopes up really high with that one, and I was very disappointed. But iRacing is a proven industry leader in racing, like sims and games. Like, it's gonna be fine. Like, there's no way that this game is gonna be complete garbage. At least from a handling perspective, the game should drive pretty good. They've got everything looking to a T. It should be fine. And Monster Games has done this. They're a huge part of the NASCAR console game history. Like, this game will probably be a lot like Dirt to Daytona. I really do. I feel personally that they're going to have all three series, and it's going to be fine. There's probably going to be some sort of career mode where you work your way up. They talked about maybe making another Dirt to Daytona, so if it's anything like that, it'll be okay. I'm not going to fully expect all three series with this game. They may just start with Cup and then next year build on it like they did with the original, or the last set of Heat games. But I do think that they'll have all three series. I hope so. They've got the assets. It's just if they can get the racing down, then why would it wouldn't be hard to get it in. So hopefully we'll be talking about this next year and have gameplay and be close to release, but we'll see. I'm excited. Hopefully you are too. Don't get too distressed over Monster Games doing this. They've got a lot of help over there, and I think they'll do a good job. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and thanks for just checking out the channel. Lots more content on the way, and I appreciate all of you, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.